life experience. So how did you get there? And how did you make that experience to be like a pivotal foundation that lets you springboard to the next level?
So when I was a kid, a relatively difficult childhood, doesn't really matter, but it was one of those things where I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I did very well in high school, and then did a few interviews and get the acceptance, and off I go. And again, never even been on an airplane in my life. I'm not that old, like 45, I'm just doing 45. But while I was in school, I just engaged at such a high level. And I realized even at the service academy, I'd never really studied, but I was constantly paying attention. I mean, it was never, oh, I'll read up on it and catch up later, and I still do this today. I'm the most engaged, involved in any sort of Zoom meeting, live meetings, because to me, it's such a better use of your time. I didn't have a life rope. I do not recommend this, but you guys are already here. I didn't apply to any other schools, and I didn't really love the idea of the service academy. I did pretty well at football. I'd like to say I was Mount Lebanon's greatest quarterback, but not the case. So I go to the academy, and again, a culture shock. Didn't visit it, didn't even see a video. So it was one of those things where you get kind of punched in the face, and it's, you go from being a big shot, big in your little town football player kind of guy to you are maybe the top 10 athletes out of 30. There are guys that are climbing ropes with one hand. Like, how does he do that? I mean, it makes no sense. So, it was an abject challenge of something that I wasn't prepared for, didn't know, and just had to go back to the basics of just do your best. There's no way of figuring out what's going to happen tomorrow. And that had a direct impact on my life, especially since I didn't really plan too much. It was get there, do your best, become the best version of yourself, develop yourself, keep up. Once you keep up, try to excel. And this pattern just kept going and going and going. And I went there